All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the very first episode of the AJs. My name is Ali.
I'm AJ,
Obviously. That's awesome. All right. So we are here basically not trying to pretend that we are already made it. We are still in the trenches. We're still building ourselves. We're still working hard to reach to the level that we want to reach.
Yeah, we thought to share our journey to keep it light and easy, and to share the advices, the troubles, the experiences that we had before.
100%.
And first of all, I want to shout out to our friends behind the cameras.
Yeah, this is our first.
Thank you for the motivation.
Audience. Thank you very much, guys. Thanks for being here.
Well, that's what brings us now, about actual topic today about motivation and discipline.
Yes,
That's the whole reason we are here. But at this moment, this is motivation. That's what we see.
Yeah. Like the friends, obviously, they are the first audience, first supporters, that's what is really appreciated. And the main point for everybody in life, especially men who needs to have good surroundings, good group to support them all the time. But since you just mentioned talking about motivation and discipline, what do you think?
It's just crazy what I see nowadays. It used to be discipline before.
There was never discipline. It's just like something in the air. People think that they are disciplined, but they are not. Just following the emotions.
No. So honestly, what I see on daily basis, from people or friends that I know, if they need to do anything in life, even the small things, they need to be motivated, which doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah. Well, motivation is cute. Right? It's something cute that gives you the vibe, gives you the feeling that you are the king, but only for 2 hours. But what's after that? What comes after that?
So part of the motivation, modern days, it's Instagram quotes, Instagram reels. A lot of people, they live on that.
100%.
I did that at some point in my life too. But that's not the whole thing. Talk is cheap, right? Actions.
It's temporary, right?
Yeah.
So it's something that you feel for a couple hours a day, for instance, if you keep scrolling in Instagram, and just keeps you away. Some of the time, I hear people, or sometimes of my friends, they say that they spend more time to looking for codes that keep them motivated, more than go outside and do what they have to do, right? So it's all depends on the emotions. But again, we all know it's the difference between it is people who think they want to do it and people who actually want to do it. It's not something easy, I guess. It's not, I guess. It's something we already know. We do it every day. It's regardless of how you feel, regardless what is the time and what is the days. Of course, some people will think that, oh, okay, I am overwhelmed, I am burned out, so I need to keep myself motivated, take a break.
Yeah, of course. I mean, this is life. Life is hard. It's not easy. It's up and down. Sometimes it's you are done for a very long time. So if you don't have a good mindset for that, you might crush. Burnt out, as you said. So you need at least to know to stick to the discipline more than the motivation, because there is some days you feeling low, you don't have energy. You have basically you don't want to do nothing. You just want to sit and do nothing. But that's when discipline comes in. It definitely takes you to places that motivation is not going to take you there. But yeah, that's what I rely on, discipline.
Yeah,
100%.
How I see discipline, it's more like scheduling. You know exactly what I need to do every day, right? So, let's say you wake up in the morning, you already have, let's say, work. You have the 8 hours work, or you have the jobs you have to do. Then what is after that, right? How I was feeling about it before is, for instance, we all started working 8 hours job. When after work, you are tired, already smashed. You just want something to relax, have a nap or have something. But what's gonna get you from the bed and going to, for instance, the gym, or doing extra work, or building your the plan or the goal you want to do? It's not motivation. It's you have a goal, you have a schedule. You need to keep going till you reach your target, basically.
Yeah, totally. Motivation is good. It's good to have it, but if that's all you have, that's all you rely on, I see that's gay. So let's say for example, so let's say I go to the gym, I go to work out.
Yeah.
Like I see these people, they put their headphones and they go, "This is my PR song," you know, like he is like, "I'm not gonna lift the weight without this music," because he's the motivation song. Like this is gay for me. Like to honestly, like
Yeah,
I don't even. I might be crazy, but I never listen to music when I work out. I don't like it. Like I don't need motivation to work out. I don't need music to keep me moving.
The idea of motivation is not when you are at the gym. It's when you're going to the gym, right?
Yeah,
It's like, because that's the most important part. Once you are in the gym, you're already in, right? So you're not gonna waste. You're just gonna start to work out. Having the music, it seems like it's normal. Like it's just to keep you locked in for people, right? Just to have this idea of them, like having this feeling to locking into the training. I don't see there's something wrong with this. Like to be honest, I'm not seeing anything wrong with that, but also like the other side of motivation, which I don't call the motivation, I call it a reminder. Like I like to have, it's like a code or something, but it's not a code. It's something like it's in front of me all the time, right? It reminds me where I want to go, right? And especially when you are distracted. Now we are in a time that is full of distractions, no matter what.
Totally. I mean, that's why it's very important to have a good friends around you, like friends who keeps you in check and keeps you reliable. Like, and what was the other words?
Yeah, it's just, look, like the thing is of like the friends. For me, what is motivation? Don't talk nice to me. Like come to me, tell me you are a loser. Just go to the gym. You are, like say, fat, skinny, whatever. Just go to the gym. You have to go. That's kind of friendship keep me forward.
Yeah, like it gives you a reality check from.
Yeah, if they give me that feeling of like with the girls, they'll use, "Oh, you are a queen, you are already amazing, you're beautiful." No, you're fat. You need to go to the gym. You need to use the treadmill and just work on yourself. I don't like the fake kind of motivation that people use.
Even the complaint thing, like when someone comes to you and complains, like, "What do you want? Do you want a therapy?" Like, "Yeah, am I your therapist?" Like, just go figure it out, you know, like I'm gonna give you a straight answer. Like I'm not gonna like cry with you or whatever. Like,
you know, it's been a hard day, you know, even now filming the podcast, I feel very tired.
I'm already sick too, you know.
I wish already I can just like turn off the camera and just go home and
do you want therapy now or what?
Like, what do you want? The therapy?
Yeah, you gotta do whatever it takes. Like it doesn't matter. Like you're happy or sad, you're tired, angry. Like if you have responsibilities, that's number one. You gotta do it regardless.
You know, I'm sure that the people now that they're watching the episode or they're seeing the shorts in Instagram, they're like, "Oh, what do you guys have? Like, are you already a millionaire, billionaire? What you're talking about from experience?" No, it's not about that. It's we are in the journey. We are same as everybody who working hard, same as everybody who has plans. He wants to reach the goals. I'm not gonna say dreams because I don't believe in that, but yeah, we are same as these kind of people. We are in a time and a world that's full of distraction, right? And we are the same. We're on the same journey.
Yeah, you know, like nobody comes to this life that have these skills. You know, like these things you can always develop it. So you work on yourself. No one's perfect. Like I was not like that like a few years ago. Like I was totally different person. But it's very good like to focus and to lock in your life to like good positive things, and slowly, like step by step, you're gonna get somewhere eventually. But what's bothering me now, what I see recently, like these new morning routines you see on Instagram, like to keep you motivated. Let's say, oh, you gotta wake up at 5 a.m. You put like your dream car like on the wallet. You know, like, and
don't forget the ice bucket. You just put the banana on your face and just stick your head.
And like you gotta keep telling yourself, I'm gonna be a millionaire. And then that's so funny. Like that's like just this Instagram like reality. Like the real life is not like that. They just want, like, look, these kind of things. It's only one part of their life they're sharing. Right? It's just putting the post, pretending that's what we have. Don't fall for social media. They only post the happy moments.
100%.
They only post like the good moments, and then like for instance, someone's watching like who's already desperate or like he's sad or going something bad in his life, and he see those moments on social media. Of course, he's gonna be even way worse than he was before.
Yeah, and you know, like you won't ever realize on that you are distracted until you get to a moment like of like you get a hit, you get a what I call reality check, right? If you think yourself, for instance, you are working hard, you're doing your best, but you're not disciplined, right? You think you're rich, you're not, right? You think you are some
Strong.
people you can fight everybody while you're not, and you're not training on that. You'll get a reality check at some point. You'll get some people hard one that make you think, what I'm doing, do I need that? And that's basically where the separation happens between motivation, because it's fake. It's just a feeling and just fades away with time. And yeah,
but yeah, you know, discipline is hard too. Like, it's not easy. Like, it's not for everyone. So, and what I've seen, like, people, they try to change other people. Like, it's very hard to change yourself into a new habit. So how about you changing other people? So start with yourself. Like, everyone got to start with themselves. Like, just start to upgrade your character, your habits, your skills. And then, like, once you're becoming a new person, then you're going to attract better person, let's say.
You know, what you need to keep in mind, that we already see that once you already follow like a certain structure of discipline and you are into it, and you already reach some, let's say, achievements with your discipline, here it comes the opposite wave, which is people want you to pull you down, because obviously this is very, very normal. People comes to you, tell you are what are you doing? They're gonna label you with names you don't even know what the heck is that names, right? One of them,
they just assume, you know, like,
yeah, the most common one, they're gonna think, oh, are you better than me? Why do you think you're better than me? Just because you're doing something, right?
You know what's the worst part? Like, they, like, let's say you are good at something, and they say, like, oh, he just good like this, you know. They don't see the hard work. They don't see the hours that you put in, like, to be that person, or like to earn that specific amount of income, or to be like in a good shape. Like, one time, I remember that happened. I was at the gym, and then some guy came to me like, oh, do you take some injections, like, to your arms or something? No, it was so stupid. Like, they always think about shortcuts, and then they don't think about the hard work. Like, even though if you tell them, like, the way how to be, like, let's say to be this in specific shape, you tell them the actual, like, if you break it down, you give them the
format,
and then they don't believe you. It's like, well, why you're, like, arrogant or something? Like, I'm telling you the truth. Like, there's no shortcut for that. There's no shortcut in life. Like, you gotta work hard for it.
Yeah, but that's I see it. This is the journey that you're gonna face. I think this is way, like, the most normal thing you will face ever, because at the end of the day, goals are personal, and you don't need, like, they're not gonna be a lot of people with you, riding with you in the journey, right? It's just something personal, and loneliness. You're gonna feel lonely all the time. Okay, you're surrounded with people, like, in the morning, working, going out and seeing friends, but at the end of the day, the only thing who's gonna plan and build is yourself, right? Unless you have a team, you're working all together, right? Which is the most recommended thing ever, to work with the team.
Yeah, the second most important thing is, like, the connection, the people that you know. Like, it's very important to know your circle. Like, you don't want snakes. You know, they put you way back and cause you a lot of troubles. We've been through that. But like, that's is very important. This is very important to me, like, in your circle.
100%. Now let's take a coffee and continue our conversation with, I'm sure we're gonna get a lot of haters already, right? So yeah, we'll get back in 2 minutes. Some people. Okay. All right, guys, welcome back. We just had our coffee, and now, like, since nobody knows us, we're just gonna talk about ourselves, how we started, why we are talking about motivations. People are gonna say who you are, like, why you are talking about motivations. Obviously, we went through that. We had some reality check, and about things we already experienced, especially when I came here to Canada, 2017. I came from a background where like before I came to Canada, the first thing I was thinking about is the hourly rated, because in my country, for instance, there is nothing called hourly rated, is monthly. Then our plan, you remember, we thought we're gonna work here an hour, we're gonna get a lot of money, we start to save and start to build. But the whole idea was in the beginning to reach somewhere, to secure our families, basically to grow.
No, obviously, like as soon as we got here, like we were kind of lost. We started with the English thing. English is not our first language. It's not even second. It's the third one. So that was the biggest challenge we had, and we just got into the system. Like you guys study a little bit. We need to work harder, like on the language itself, and we did a lot of things. We did a lot of random jobs, from constructions to restaurants to wiping the floors, washing dishes. They've been very long nights, and we obviously we never liked this. Like we always knew there must be some different way. There must be something better to do.
Yeah,
which has got us to a little bit better position, like in different jobs or different companies. But we always knew there's something better to do.
100%.
But we did not have the answer, that's the point. Like I know a lot of people right now, they don't have the right answers. You don't need to find it right away. Like as long as you take small steps, and the most important thing is like you have the vision in your mind. If you can vision it, if you can see it in your mind, then it's gonna happen at somehow.
But you're never gonna know until you experience it. If we talk about it now, if we stay 2 days talking about those kind of things, nobody gonna believe it until they have a taste of it. Like for instance, the 8 hours job. We worked a lot of jobs, right? At some point, you remember when we were sitting, we're talking about, okay, I'm gonna do my 100%, even my 200%, just to reach somewhere in the same company I'm working. And what's the end? They just raise you what? $50, $1, $2, become a manager. Okay, we reached there. Then what? We're just making somebody else rich, not us. Like it's not a freedom. It's just working hard. No matter how you worked hard, at the end of the day, one mistake, they're gonna change the dynamic with you, right? They're gonna push you to work harder, just keep you to this system. So the answer was obvious to us that this is not the place that we can make or reach to our goals, right?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, then the 9-to-5 job is not for everybody, and also it's good for some people. Like a lot of people, they prefer this, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But we never liked it. We never liked the idea to be working for someone else. But let's say, for instance, someone who's working like as an employee,
not us,
like the 9-to-5 job, like you can start from there. You can be special at your job. You can be someone who's irreplaceable. You can be someone who's really reliable at this position. At least you can work on your reputation, about your skills, like be on time, be respectful, be good to people, develop your communication skills and your sales as well. Then you're gonna be someone who's special in this place. For in the future, if you want to apply to different company or different position, then you have a really good reputation. So you can start with this. I mean, that's what we did in the beginning. It's like in these small companies or different companies, there was the position that we did. It was not something big of a deal. But when you work on yourself, like as a person, the way you represent yourself, it's going to take you to different places. And that's at least, you could start with this for someone like who has nothing. Like we 100%. Literally, we had nothing
100%.
Until like we got into this point. But keep in mind, we used to like, oh, we want to skip the 9-to-5, but now we do the 24/7.
Yeah, it's definitely not that. It's not as easy as people think. Like if like the idea of actually between having your own or working 8 hours job, 8 hours job, you're gonna only have certain hours to work. But if you want to change from 40 hours a week to 100 hours or 70 hours or whatever, that's when you shift to having your own.
Yeah, of course, money is important for sure, but not everything is about money. Like when you're working for something for yourself, like you will be way more excited. You're gonna wake up in the morning, there's something to do, there's like you need to accomplish some stuff. This is way more interesting than just thinking about the money. It's not all about money.
It's a hard journey though. It's one of the hardest thing ever, because for instance, at a job, you have only duties, like specific duties you need to do every day, right? But when you go, especially having your own, you're going to be your own accountant. You're going to be your own marketing guy. You're going to be your own worker.
Yeah.
You're doing everything together, right? But if that's what he wants to do, what he want to do, then start doing it, but not shifting immediately between 8 hours job to your own. This is not an easy thing that you think is.
Yeah, of course,
easy, right?
To develop skills. Like basically what we're doing now, we used to do it like for the last 5 years. We did it for different companies. We learned the skills, we learned the business, the model, and then eventually, like, we were sitting one day, is like, why not do it ourselves? Like, we know everything about it. We know how to do it. We know how, like, all about the business itself. Then overnight we decided to do it. Of course,
now so
you need to back it up. Like,
100%.
it's not just you go and blind and start the business. It's not that easy.
100%. But now somebody's gonna comment or somebody gonna say to you, why I should make my own? I can be good at my job and stay there. I'm already comfortable. Why I need to change, right?
Yeah, good for them. You know, like, it's first of all, it's not for everyone. And if you're someone who's like chasing your boss and kissing asses, that's, well, yeah, for sure. You know, like, I mean, I don't want to say it that way.
You already said it.
But, yeah. But I mean, so for some people it works fine. Like, I never liked the idea, like, to answer phone calls in the morning, or to listen to someone in the, like, the way they want it, the way, it's like they control you. You know, I just did not like that idea. So that was the whole point. Other than the money thing.
Yeah, 100%. Especially if you're working in like huge companies, or like, let's say, big warehouses, or big you used to work in the car industry before. You understand that, like, when you have working in the big companies, they give you the feeling that you are important. They give you the feeling that you are not replaceable. It's only playing with your emotions, right? Yeah. Until they get what they want from you, basically, to get the job done, show on time, and those kind of stuff.
Honestly, they never give you the things that you deserve. They will never give you the income that you actually deserve. Like, you work hard, you stay late, you do all these hours.
You're gonna see your name on the wall.
And then eventually, or the employee of the year. Like, that's crazy. I've seen someone, like, who's been in the company, like, for 20 years. And then his reward was like a mug of coffee.
Yeah, that guy, the guy who worked all the time, didn't take any sick leave, didn't take any vacations. That guy.
Yeah. That's crazy. Like, if you put all these efforts, like, for yourself, you can definitely be somewhere better in life. But yeah, that's
100%. But again, like, it's not an easy journey. It's not something you just see the YouTubers or the influencers. They get it to you as something, it's easy, something you can, if you start with it, you will get the results within a month or a year. It's not like that. We already been working our own for 1 year, having our own business. And this year is only learning about the business ideas. It's nothing, there's no big rewards coming right away. There's nothing like that. That's why we have to work couple jobs, not only one job. We have our own main business in the morning. We're doing other 3 or 4 things doing it, helping some friends with their company, doing some small jobs here and there, just to keep.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. All these things, we did not see it, but once you do, like, the first step, then it's going to lead you to the next one. And 100%. Then slowly, like, the vision is going to be more clear. There will be, you don't have all the answers right away. Like, we only had 1 or 2 answers before we start. And then once you're doing it, that's it. Like, the answers is going to be obvious to you. And once you put in the work, then you will be rewarded for sure. Like, you know what do you say? Like, if you work every day, you're never gonna miss your lucky day.
Yeah.
So when you work hard, of course, you're not gonna get some results, but you gotta, like, keep consistent. Like, you gotta keep pushing forward. And but you gotta have the mindset to learn. Like, you need to listen. You have 2 ears for a reason. You need to listen more. You need to be able to learn. And then, not, you know, like, a lot of people, when you're telling them something, and they say, yeah, I know. And then they don't know. Like, they just, like, arrogant. This is
the ego comes in.
Yeah, this ego comes in, like, when someone who knows everything, and then obviously, like look at yourself. You know, like, you better listen.
Yeah, the whole thing of how I see it from people, they're not. I don't see they're lazy. I don't see people they're stupid. I see them, they are only arrogant. That's the most important thing. Like, this is the only thing that keeping them away from learning is the arrogance, right? Because not us. Like, if you just explain to people who wants to actually learn, or don't have the arrogance to just ignore and get the received information and start to do it, and they realize that, yeah, you're right. And that's why, for instance, like, when we have, like, learning from people, I'm not going to learn from somebody who's not doing the same I do, right? Of course, I'm not going to listen to people who not in the journey or where I want to be. If they give me an advice, oh, you're doing something wrong, and they are not in the same journey as I am, why I should listen to you? Yes, I agree. I don't need to listen to that. This is only wasting of my time. And wasting on the words that he's saying it, right?
Yeah, the point is to keep learning. We still learn. We
100%.
learn every day. We learn something today. Like every day, must be something to learn. There's room to learn, room to grow,
Mhm.
and I think that's a good way to start. Like to thinking that way.
100%, 100%.
We want to keep it light and short. This
For the first
episode.
episode, yeah.
We'll see you for the next
There's
one.
more to come, absolutely, and for sure we're gonna bring people who are actually in the same journey as us. Maybe as like they reach already on the certain goals that they are working on. Some people working in financial stuff, some people working in art, some people working graphic design, some people working photographers, and my director already smiling because
Special
he
thanks
knows.
to our guy here.
Yeah, thank you very much, and thanks for Code 96. We started that with the group, and we're working very hard to get our name out there, working very hard to do the brand. And also, I want to big thank to Code 96 Social Life. We made a great night with the Middle Eastern one, and everybody was happy. I'm so glad with that. We see the results, we see the feedback from people, and there is absolutely more to come. And of course, for the
We'll see you guys in the next event.
Absolutely. And yeah, see you guys next time. Have a good one. Not us.